I am always excited to cook, so I'm cooking. And on my live earlier today, I shared about the dumplings I make. I make these rice paper dumplings because I love dumplings, and it's easy to make dumplings with rice paper. So that's what I'm going to do today. And this is very simple. I also like just like dim sum. I like little finger foods that I can pile on a plate and eat. So that's what I'm making today. I am making scallion pancakes or green onion pancakes. What's up, Sharon? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You get to watch me cook. And these are really easy. Now, if you like dim sum or any type of Asian food, scallion pancakes are very easy, as well as these dumplings. They are simple, very simple. And the simple part is it's all done with the rice paper. So I will actually make these first, because these will take most of the time because I'll have to cut up the stuff and saute it and season it. And you can put anything inside of a dumpling. A dumpling is basically like a ravioli, a pot sticker, any type of parcel stuffed with meat or vegetables. So inside of my rice paper dumplings, which I will fry in sesame oil. Thank you, Ryder4949. I am going to use some vegetables I just picked up. Now, what's up, T. Wheeler? Twice in one day, really? I know, it's great, right? I love mushrooms. Now, I love the non-psychedelic type as well as the other type. But for this purpose, we are using mushrooms that are to be consumed. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Calming and free. Yes, that is the intention. So I believe this is a this is a king oyster mushroom. And the thing with mushrooms, especially me being primarily plant-based, disclaimer. I always make this disclaimer because I don't wear any of these hats. I don't wear the hat of vegan. I don't wear the hat of vegetarian. I eat what I eat. It's delicious. It gives me what I need. Okay? I am primarily plant-based. However, as I've said before, if I'm in the south of France or the southern part of Italy and someone offers me a margherita pizza with fresh buffalo mozzarella, I'm gonna eat it. So I don't stick to any of these labels, vegan, vegetarian. I eat primarily plant-based. However, I just eat good food. I cook a lot of my food. When I do go out, I pick my restaurants well. I believe I have exceptional taste. And because of my time being with the airlines, of the 15 years traveling in all of the countries, I've had so many different flavors that I enjoy. So I know what I want to taste. I know how to season it. I know the ingredients. I know what it is supposed to be. So because of that, that's how I cook. I know how to season food. I know how to flavor food. Some people don't. However, you'll get to see. So for these rice paper dumplings, I am using these king oyster mushrooms, which I love. Mushrooms have a meaty-like texture. So they're used a lot, especially in vegetarian cooking, and they're just good. They're just delicious. And mushrooms, as long as you season them well, just like tofu, it will pick up the flavor of anything that you are eating. So the key is to season it well. And for me, the key of seasoning is having just onions and garlic. That is a great start. If you have fresh onions and garlic, I prefer fresh over powder. Powdered onions and garlic is just as nice. However, when it's fresh, you taste it. So, for my rice paper dumplings, this is what's going inside of the dumplings. I have the king oyster mushroom, which looks like this. And I'm going to use, because I only cook what I eat, so I'll use one. I don't really need more than one. They're quite large. I'm going to use a carrot, which I've already removed the skin. And I'm going to use some tofu that I bought. However, you could use shrimp, you could use fish, you could use whatever meat you have. Anything dumpling-wise, whatever you have, use it. I like the fried tofu that I get from the Asian supermarket. I like the texture. So I am just going to mince this up along with the carrot and the tofu. Let me get a bowl to mix this all together. And it's quite simple. Very, very simple. Whenever I'm making dumplings, I use sesame oil. So that gives a very nice flavor, a nice nutty flavor. And if I want to amp it up and really make it spicy, chili oil, which is just sesame oil with chili. That's it. Go light on this if you don't like the spice. If you don't like the spice, stay away from chili oil, okay? You will not be happy. Along with that, I'm going to season it with, of course, salt, pepper. I like white pepper. It gives a good flavor, as well as this is like a vegan fish sauce, which you can get at any Asian supermarket. And it gives a nice savory flavor. So this is Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. If you would like, you can use fish sauce, you can use any type of seasoning, but this adds a savory taste, which is delicious. And like soy sauce is more than just salty. It actually is a flavoring. It gives flavor. So I will start with cutting up my carrot, and I usually always put everything into a compost pile because I'm one of those. However, I will just cut my carrot. I cut it in half and then I go boom, 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 and then boom, 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 like that. So then it's in the cute little pieces. If you have a food processor, you could probably mince this in a food processor. However, it's great to have the carrot pieces as small as possible because it's a dumpling. It's a dumpling. You want all the dumpling goodness, all the carrot goodness to be throughout the product, throughout the rice paper dumpling. And that's what I've labeled it. It's Hope's rice paper dumpling. So, carrot is just about cut, and you see they come into, I cut them into just these nice little pieces, which is fantastic. Oh, I need my onion and garlic too. So when I do this, what I love about cooking is I know what I'm putting in my food. I know that it's gonna be delicious. And I know if it's not delicious, that's on me. What's up, Alfonso Oliver? And I also already had made some rice in a rice cooker. I'm going to have rice. What's up, what's up? a little kimchi, my rice paper dumplings, and my scallion pancakes. And that is my meal for this evening. So you will see how easy this is. And you don't need to order out. You don't need to call Uber Eats. You can just prepare this like so. So, Epa! Hey, Isla, nice to see you. I'm making my rice paper dumplings. I'm so happy you're here. So, I've cut my carrot up like so. And I will place it in a bowl. Because they're so simple to make. They are so simple to make. I will cut the other part of the carrot because sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just truly make enough for me. Truly. I am. I usually do that first, but I'm going to do that after the carrot and the mushroom. Thank you for reminding me, Alfonso. I will mince like 2 cloves of garlic as well as half a white onion. You gotta have some garlic and onion. What are you doing if you're eating something without garlic and onion? So, okay, here we go. And again, I slice it into like thin strips. And avocado, yeah, you know I love avocado. I may add avocado to this, I may not. Because they are fried, I mean, I could make some fresh rolls and use that. You know what? I'm going to save some of these carrots for a fresh roll. Thank you, Ayla. Thank you. Good looking. I like that. Thank you, Isla. I will make some fresh rolls that aren't fried. So thank you for saying that. So some of these carrots that I just cut like so, I'm going to leave them to the side so I can put them in one of the fresh rolls. So what I'm cooking is, now this is vegetarian. So I'm cooking vegetarian rice paper dumplings. And it will be stuffed with a king oyster mushroom, carrots, onion, garlic, and thank you, Detroit Sean, twice in one day. Again, I'm so happy to see you. King oyster mushroom, I already have fried tofu. I'm gonna saute that in sesame oil with garlic and onion, season it, and then stuff it inside of my rice paper and fry that because I like them crispy. Then on the side, I'm actually gonna make some fresh with avocado. I have mint, I have basil, and maybe just a little tofu. I don't know, but it's gonna be delicious because I'm making it. So that's the thing with cooking. I am not exact with anything. Hey, nobody invited you. Thank you, me too. It's calm and cool and colorful. So I appreciate you, Black Rob. Yeah, with cooking, it's alchemy. You don't have to have perfect anything. Yes, avocado and mushroom. What else do you need? Again, your proportions don't have to be perfect. The fact that you're making it, it's going to be perfect. And remember that with cooking and with life. I made it, it's going to taste good. So I'm just finishing cutting my carrot now. And I like to set everything out perfectly because I've been known to just create a mess in the kitchen, but it doesn't matter because it tastes good. So who's judging? I also love a nice sharp knife because if you don't have a sharp knife, you're like butchering your vegetables. I digress. we have completed the hardest part, which is, okay, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, come back in like 10-15. We'll be at the cooking part. Or maybe longer than that, because I'll start talking and I'll put the knife down and then I'll just be standing here. And the output is always going to be good because it's me, doctor. It is me, okay? And I like to eat during. I love a carrot. My mom makes the best carrot cake. And I like carrots too, just on their own. So now that I have finished cutting the carrot, I will cut the mushroom. Yeah, I love a man that likes the carrot. Okay, you see how bright orange these delicious carrots are? So now I'm gonna cut the king oyster mushroom because this is gonna go into the dumpling as well. And the thing with these, because they're so fibrous, I use this as a meat substitute. Me too. Well, I do. I love to, anything I do, I love doing it. That's how you feel this vigor. I love doing it. I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to do. But if I like doing it, I'm going to love the process. So, king oyster mushroom, again, is being sliced. Continue to like the live. My live this morning, we got up into the 5 digits. Continue to tap that screen and like the live because it is somewhat important and it helps me out. So let's get up to 10,000. I would appreciate that. So this is how I slice them. I slice them like this. Well, I don't find one better than the other. I just like the variety of mushrooms. So portobello are great. However, I use portobellos for other things, and I often don't use portobellos. I've outgrown portobellos, honey. We're on to other types of mushrooms. So I do like oyster mushrooms. I like hen of the woods, lion's mane. There's all sorts of mushrooms. They're fungus. They're good for you. Any mushroom will suffice. Any mushroom will suffice. Some do have different tastes, and I actually prefer knowing who's growing my mushrooms, but that's just me being particular. Okay, so for me to get a nice cube on my mushrooms means for me to slice it and then slice the slices so I get a nice mushroom dice like that, which is beautiful. And it will also lay well inside the dumpling. And the thing with cooking, I always feel good when I cook. What's up, Mag? I'm glad. Listen, now that security is in the building, I'll make your announcement, Mag. Anything that is not uplifting, empowering, powerful, positive, and just good, you'll be escorted out. So, Mag, we are making rice paper dumplings. So I have my rice paper. I just cut up some carrots. I am now finishing cutting up my oyster mushroom. I have some leftover fried tofu, but you could use any type. You could use fish, shrimp, chicken, pork, beef. This is what I'm using. If you like this, use what you want to use and make it yours. But I'm going to dice the tofu up as well as onions and garlic and saute it in sesame oil with white pepper, black pepper, salt, as well as it's like a vegetarian fish sauce called Golden Mountain Seasoning Sauce. This, as well as a little Knorr liquid seasoning, just a little. And then I'm gonna roll it up in the rice paper and fry it again. It's fantastic. So, that's what we're doing. And I'm very excited about cooking this because this is the first time I've made these. Okay, what'd you put on the grill? I'm also making scallion pancakes, or scallion pancakes, green onion pancakes, which is really easy. It's just flour, diced green onion, salt, pepper, sesame oil, and fried. It's just like a little pancake, a savory pancake, which is delicious. I love pancakes. I like savory pancakes. I love sweet pancakes. When I was with my parents, I forgot how great my mom's pancakes are. Now, I make exceptional pancakes. Okay. Where's the veggies, Meg? You better go to the store right now. In fact, you could probably call someone and just say, hey, swing by the store. Hope told me about this recipe and I want to make it. So just pick this up, okay? I just told you everything I was making. Okay, so we have a nice dice to our king oyster mushrooms. And I'm adding that to the same bowl with my carrots. So we have some delicious mushrooms and carrots ready to go in the wok. And I am using a wok. I love using a wok. I feel like a professional when I use my wok. You know, I put the oil in. You'll see me. I have some great skills with my wok. Right. So carrot and mushroom done. White onion and garlic. And I keep all three colors of onions. I keep, sauteed onions, those are lovely. I love a caramelized onion. And bell peppers, delicious. Man, we need to get these likes up. I told them we got up to 10K earlier. We're still at 1.4. Come on, tap the screen because it's hot in the kitchen and I'm still here. They say if it's too hot in the kitchen, get out. But I'm here and I'm cooking. So tap the screen, okay? So, a white onion to me is just for everything. The yellow onion is kind of for everything too. However, I love a red onion. I love the color. It does, yes, I love a sweet onion. I love a shallot, or in the UK they call it a shallot. Don't you see, I love this. I do. I love it. For this, I'm just going to use a white onion, and I love garlic. I will put way too much garlic in because to me, you can never have too much garlic. But for this, I'll use 2 cloves. 2, that's modest. 2.5. I won't go up to 3, but I'll take the smallest one. So 3 cloves of garlic. I will use, I don't know how much of the onion I'll use. I'll figure it out as I go along. And that will be the first thing that I will saute. I always saute the garlic and onions first to get those aromatics going. And then when people come into the house, they're like, wow, it smells great. A friend of mine's mom said, yes, garlic is great for everything. A friend of mine's mother said, if you just want people to believe you know how to cook, just before they come into the house, saute onions and garlic because it smells good and they'll think that you know how to cook. Now, I do know how to cook. However, use that if you need to use that. So, what am I going to do now? I am going to dice this onion and garlic and throw it in the wok already. Because I like the wok. What's up? What's up, Mr. James, good to see you. Good to see you. James. I know you're a hopeful. I appreciate you being here. We're cooking it up today, okay? Continue to like the live because I am cooking. Let me adjust this so you can see actually the process as I'm cooking. So let's see. You can kind of see it. I think you can kind of see it. Great. So I have this sesame oil in the wok already. I always just do the bam with the garlic, like boom, to take off the skin. And then dice it, and it's gonna go right in. Boom. Good to see you too, James. Okay, second clove of garlic. Boom. 2.5. Boom. And chop that up. And this will now go into the wok as well because those aromatics are lovely and fantastic. And why the heck not? You gotta reward yourself with food that is delicious and filling. That's why some people got long faces. Y'all aren't eating good, and I'm gonna eat good. So now that that's going, I don't want it actually to burn the garlic. Okay, all the garlic is now in the wok. I am now going to take it off the wok because the rest isn't ready to go in. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. So currently in the wok, I just have some garlic going. Now I'm going to throw in some onion because you always need onions and garlic. And thank you, Everyday Self-Care Queen, for being my #1 gifter. I'm going to put in the onion. What's with this onion? I prefer someone to like dice my, what's up? I love you too, Michael Jackson. And I do love Michael Jackson as well. I was talking about that when Michael Jackson passed. I was eating with my sister in the Bronx and it was such a shock. And I'm such a Michael Jackson fan. I cried for like 2 weeks. I was seriously heartbroken. And then I'll have to find it, but I did a flash mob while I lived in London of either Beat It or Thriller. I did a flash mob in front of the Tate Modern in London, and that was like my, I know, you want a pancake? Like a sweet pancake, because I'm going to make Candace April. What's up? Candace April and Everyday Self-Care Queen ASMR. I'm crying because I'm so happy to see you guys. And I'm crying because of the onions. Our two fantastic creators. Candace April is a talented, beyond talented vocalist, writer, poet, just creative queen, and self-care ASMR, Everyday Self-Care Queen ASMR. You gotta check out her ASMR lives. They're amazing. She has like vines of love going in the background and the lights. I mean, these women are amazing. And I know them. So if I know them, you should know them. Check them out both. Candace April and Everyday Self-Care Queen. Okay? Turn the water on. What water? Well, I need to turn on some water. I love blueberry pancakes. Yes. But I could make blueberry pancakes. I have blueberries. Maybe I'll do that in the morning. Okay, so I have in my wok onions and garlic. Now I'm going to put in the king oyster mushroom that I had diced. Thank you, Candace April. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my carrot. Look at this. You see, there's so much love and support. Do not ever think that when people see you, that they don't actually see you. And it's beautiful when someone sees you, they see maybe your art or just who you are as a person, and it's reciprocated. And I love that. When I met both of these women when I was at the TikTok building, I felt inspired because I'm standing alongside these two other women who are creators like me, showing up as themselves, showing up as their authentic self, and being rewarded for just showing their authenticity. Whether it's their art, whether it's the sides of them that others haven't seen, the fact that they said yes to their art, to their creativity. I'm happy to be a creator that stands alongside both of these beautiful women. And they fine too, you know, because I like to be around beautiful women. So, inside my wok, sesame oil, garlic, white onion, king oyster mushroom, carrots, and, and I was making them laugh because that's important too. I do like to make people laugh. So, it's looking very nice. I'm going to now add, now again, you can use whatever protein. This is about to be so good. You have no idea. I'll make a nice sauce too. Thank you, Candace. Thank you. And then we were laughing and Candace broke off into a impromptu song, and I just came into the room doing this. If my shoulders start going, I don't know what to do with myself. I just don't, okay? If the shoulders are going, I just gotta go with it. So, while this is cooking, I'm going to dice my fried tofu. Again, you don't have to use tofu. You can use whatever you want. You can use bacon, you can use chicken, you can use shrimp, you can use fish. I am using this, but you can use whatever you want, all right? This is about creating food that you want to eat, and whatever is in your fridge is good enough. In fact, self-care ASMR, you were just on live because I just saw your live. Anytime I see you girls on live, I come in and give a bunch of likes and then like leave. Thank you. And the best thing, Jez, I got it from the thrift store. Which most of my things I get from the thrift store. Yeah, I get most of my things from the thrift store because I'm big with that, with thrifting. However, this was a score because it might have been like $1.75 or something like this. Yes, everything I'm wearing, including my vintage Levi's cutoffs. And anyone who's in my life, all 175 people, I will only wear vintage Levi cutoff shorts. The rest is blasphemous. I like them worn, I like them torn. I will go weeks without washing them because then all of the oils from your skin breaks down the denim and makes it soft. So I'm big with that, and I'm big with thrifting. Okay, so now I've diced up my tofu. And it is in. So anyone who's a tofu hater, you can leave. Because again, you can add whatever you would like to yours. As I said, this, you can add anything to this, any type of protein. But this is what I'm adding into mine. So, it's nice and soft. Now we come with some seasonings. Now, salt and pepper is always a basic. It's always something you're going to use. However, to add to that, I will use my pepper, and I over season. I put a lot of seasonings in, okay? A lot. So I just put in a little black pepper. Now I'm going to use white pepper. White pepper is a secret. And they like each other. So use white pepper just to add another element. It has a different flavor, and I love it. So white pepper, black pepper into my dumpling mixture. Then I will add these three things. You are right, Candace, you are right. There is something as too little seasoning, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that. You hear me? If you don't over season, I don't want it. But I've also said I don't eat at potlucks, and I don't always eat people's food because a lot of people's food is gross and they think it's good, and I'm the one to tell you it's not. But Candace, I trust that your food would be delicious. So I'm adding a little soy sauce because that gives a nice savory, salty. I love that, Kevin. If you ain't sneezing, you ain't seasoning. I love that. That I am stealing from you, Kevin, because that is fly, and you've made my day because you've said that. Thank you, Candace, for sharing the live. Continue to like the live. Now, this is what y'all don't know about. This is Golden Mountain seasoning. Now, it is like a vegetarian fish sauce. So it gives a savory flavor, but it also it adds seasoning. It adds a flavor. So I add some of this. And I add a little bit of Knorr liquid seasoning. This is almost like MSG, but not really, but it is. Again, all of these things just add a savory seasoning because salt makes things taste good. Too much salt will give you high blood pressure, so we don't want to go that way. But we do want to season the food so it tastes delicious, okay? So I will add a little of this. And because I want it a little bit spicy, I like to add chili oil. I am a person that likes really hot food. If it's not burning your mouth, I typically don't want it. But I tone it down when I cook for others because not everybody wants their mouth burned. Exactly, Alfonso. I won't do too much. You know what? I'm going to put it down. I'm going to taste it, and then I'm going to go from there. What is which, Monet? In the wok or this? Because this is chili oil, and in the wok is onions, garlic, king oyster mushroom, tofu, and seasoning, which is all going to be wrapped up in the rice paper and then fried, and it's delicious. The red stuff is chili oil. So it's just sesame oil that's been infused with chilies. So it's pretty hot. All right, so the best part is tasting it. Of course, I made it. It's perfect. It's very, very good. And here's the simple, easiest part, not simplest. I will pour this into a separate space to make the dumpling. That's all it takes. And you can really add any type of filling to this dumpling. Now here's the best part. This is the easiest part, making the actual dumpling. I am now going to add my sesame oil to the wok. Actually, let me turn it off. Of course you can have some. Everybody can come have some. Goes down like so. That's gross, Alfonso. That's gross. But I hear what you're saying. So, this is how you prepare the rice paper. Typically, warm water is necessary, but I'm just going to fill a bowl up with regular water. So just water in a bowl. My wok, I will now turn back on. And with the rice paper, these are like $1.50 for rice paper. They're very inexpensive, and it's the secret to impressing people because you can do so much with rice paper. So the rice paper is like this. It's just rice. It's rice that's pressed out onto a sheet. So to make it malleable, you put it in the water like so, and this will soften it up. If you want it to soften even faster, you ensure that the water is warm because that will soften up the rice paper. So now the rice paper, you can just mold it. You can do whatever you want. So I take the rice paper and I've laid it down onto my cutting board, and all I'm going to do is fill it with what we just made. So a few scoops onto the rice paper, like so, and then just roll it up. Oh, let me not burn the house down. Calm down. Just roll it up almost like a burrito. So I roll it once, then I fold the side over, I fold the side over, and I continue to roll. And it might have broke, but that's okay because I will just wrap another one around it. The thing is, these things you have to work within a pretty quick time period because as it softens, it becomes a little bit too soft. And then you're left with a hole in your rice paper. So let's do this again. And I'm just gonna roll it up, almost like a burrito. And this one's quite large, but either way, after it's rolled up like this, you put it in the oil. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Again, you can use any type of filling and you'll see it comes out crispy and delicious. And I think I'll make a quick, easy sauce. However, I'll make a smaller one, and you can cut these in half. What happened? To make them a little bit like pot stickers, you can cut them in half. But when I want something savory and crispy, this is what I make. And then I'm quickly going to make a scallion pancake, which is even easier than this. So again, fold, fold, fold. And if you search on TikTok, there are so many recipes with rice paper. Yeah, it's really inexpensive. It's not going to be hard for you. Don't limit yourself already. You haven't tried it. Our words are building our world. So the moment you say it's hard for you, it is. But if you change it to, I can do that, you can. It all comes down to how we build our world. And this is why I speak about all the time. I actually was inspired to do this from TikTok. I had never done this before, but then I did it, and now I'm showing y'all. That's how easy it is, okay? So let me flip this. And they don't have to be as big as I made it, but bigger is better, right? I mean, it is. Thank you for liking and sharing the live. And these are going to be delicious. I am very excited. This is why I have all this energy. Some of these people in the live actually know me. They've met me. And this is not an act. I eat good. I get rid of whippersnappers that are wasting my time. And then because of that, I have the energy to like live a good life. Outside of that, I will walk away from you. Mag knows I will cut you off. I will easily break up with a boyfriend and leave. I've left men in the countries that I find them in because, as I've said in my live this morning, I am my favorite. And if I am my favorite, I have to continuously treat myself as such. Sometimes I gotta walk away from people. And it's even better if you can leave them in the countries you found them in, because you'll never see them again. They're in a different time zone. I don't just break up with you. I change countries, I change time zones, I change zip codes, I change emails, I change phone numbers. But that's because I value myself. So now that these are done, let me just show you how crispy and delicious. So it's nice and crispy. Ooh, delicious. I know. I will put it on the cutting board. Just delicious. Self-preservation. It takes courage, but guess what? It takes courage to stick around with people who are bringing you down. Especially a relationship or a friendship or a job or area in life that doesn't serve you. And yes, it takes courage, but what's the other option? To not take the courage? I'm not doing that. And I have proof. So that's that. Now that these are done, and I will do more, they're nice and crispy and delicious, and it's very simple. Even if you're looking at this as far as cost-wise, I think there's 20 in a package, and they're like $1.50. Some carrots, some mushrooms, some chicken, some tofu, some seasoning. Boom! People will be impressed. People don't eat like this. They don't eat like this. They eat Frito boats and all that other stuff that I don't eat. However, eat what makes you happy. So, and laugh a lot. The next thing I'm going to make, because then I'm going to get off this live and eat this food. It's actually very delicious, and I enjoy eating it. So thank you, Candace April, for my finger heart. I appreciate it. Quickly, I will make scallion pancakes, a nice savory pancake. It's usually the first thing I order if I go to like a Vietnamese restaurant or some Chinese restaurants have it. It's like an Asian fusion. Different countries in Asia prepare scallion pancakes differently. You're welcome, Candace. You are welcome, girl. So this is how easy it is, because a scallion pancake is one of life's little joys. And I will let these drain on a paper towel and a plate, and then I'll take a big bite like, okay, go to the store, go get what you need, and then you cook and you let me know you made it. Right. Scallion pancake, very simple. All you need, scallions or green onions, flour. Why do I need to tell you? I can show you. So, flour, I am going to, I think I just broke this. I always break stuff. Thank you. Oh, I got a pancake flip. Okay. I hope I didn't break this, but my mom says I'm really destructive. It's just I have strong arms. So sometimes I open something and it breaks. Thank you for my pancake everyday self-care queen. I know you as Lydia. I prefer to call you that. So, scallion pancake recipe. A little flour. Now, you can use about a cup. Because it's me, I'll probably use 1/4 of a cup. And you just season it. So the same thing, a little white pepper, a little sesame oil, a little salt, sesame oil, little black pepper. And you don't even have to do the black pepper because the scallions really add to the flavor. So it's that easy. It's really that easy. And I'm gonna blend this up with a little water. I like it to be somewhat thinner than a pancake batter because I will saute the green onions and then pour in the batter, and you want it thinner than that. So I'm gonna add a bit more. And these are simple. I like to eat, as I said, I like to eat like a bunch of little appetizers because I do. There's no reason why, because I do. Yes. Oh, Caps Angel, what's up? You inspired me. And thank you. I read your comment. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Look at all the PMW. What should we be called? Gang? Is this gang? All of my fellow creators are here. This is wonderful. How much support? Look at that. That even encourages me. I already have Candace April. I got all caps Angel. I have Lydia. I'm not self-care queen. And we're all here in support of each other. This is really beautiful. This is more than a meal. This is a moment. Right. So, ooh, you know what? I will add a little of the chili oil to the batter because who likes it hot? I do. So I put a little of the, you can't really see, chili oil in. Now with the wok, I'm gonna heat it up. Rinse off 1 green onion or 2. The more, the better. And there's different ways of making it, but this is my way of making it. And that's what matters. Okay. Wok is on. Let's walk and roll. Isn't that funny? Let's walk and roll. PMW family, am I seeing you in Florida? Am I seeing you in Florida? I don't know if I will because November is my birth month. So I'm usually on some foreign beach somewhere, but I may be able to change it up. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, All Caps Angel. I appreciate you. All right. So I've sliced up one. Once it starts popping, that means, yeah, Candace, you are in Florida. Okay. I've had some fun times in Florida. I really have. Okay, well, you'll be there in spirit, All Caps Angel. The fact that you're here means that you're always around in spirit. So I've cut my scallion or green onion. I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. I've seasoned my batter, which is very simple. It's just flour and water, white pepper, black pepper, salt. I put chili oil, sesame oil. And the key is really separating the green onion. Mag, thank you. Look at you liking the live, getting up to 10. Thank you. We got that green onion. I like to just separate the green onion and then I put it into my batter. A lot of it, because I don't like doing nothing minimal. If I'm gonna do it, I'm going to overdo it. And that's not always a great thing, but I don't care because that's what works for me. So I put in my scallions into the batter and let's make a nice scallion pancake like so. Boom. It was supposed to go, but I let it cool down because sometimes I've burnt up a few pans because I do talk. There's a reason why it's Hope is Speaking. I'll start talking or someone will walk by and I'll start talking. And one time I burned up a pan and I burned up the best rice pudding. The rice pudding, I just came and tasted it like, oh, it's perfect. And a friend of mine came to my door. This is when I was living on the East Coast, and I opened the door and we started talking for like an hour. I turned around, that whole pot was like ashes. And I didn't really care that the pot was burned. My rice pudding was finito. And I love rice pudding. That was it was a sad day. So this isn't gonna happen. Now we have the scallion pancake going, right? And the biggest thing, if you make this, get the sesame oil. If you use vegetable oil, it doesn't have that same flavor. The sesame oil gives it a certain type of flavor, right? This is fantastic. I just need the thing to flip this. So after this, I think I'm going to show you that it tastes delicious and go. Because it is so flavorful. See, you know. If you don't know, now you know. Sesame oil is so flavorful. Now for cooking, I often use avocado oil just because it has a high fat content that's good for me. It has a high smoke point. Okay, I'm gonna flip it. It broke, but that's okay because it will still taste delicious. Understanding cooking is understanding your oils. You just don't reach for olive oil all the time. There's olive oil, there's hazelnut oil, there's, from living in Hawaii, I would use a lot of macadamia nut oil. That has a heavier fat content, so it has a different mouthfeel. However, sesame oil. And with most Asian recipes, sesame oil. So, because now this is going to be so delicious, I need to prepare my plate because I'm not going to be eating and talking. I'm making this to eat. So on the side, I think about gut health a lot. So I have some kimchi. And I want to make some kimchi. Maybe I'll make kimchi this week. Because while I was in the grocery store, I asked one woman, I said, hey, are you experienced at kimchi? And she said, yes, I am. I said, is this a good local kimchi? And she said, well, you can see it's still clear, so it's fresh. You can tell it's fresh. Yay! Okay, thank you for joining me, Candace. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She told me it was fresh and this is a good kimchi, so I trust her. However, I love kimchi. I do think about my gut health, and it is delicious. So it looks like my scallion pancake is just about done, and you can get it brown. I mean, we love a brown. I love brown and golden. So I will prepare my plate. A little kimchi, a little rice, my dumplings, which I will make more of, but the thing is, I will scarf this down. Yeah. Delicious. So, you can't see, but that's my scallion pancake. Okay. Then I'm going to add some of my kimchi, some rice, my rice. I sure do skylight Sundance. I have to have a healthy immune system. You know what I'm fighting in this life? I can't just be talking about it. I gotta be about it, okay? And thank you. That is a great compliment. I made some rice, which is now hard, but that's okay because I'm not gonna make more. I am hungry. I've been going all day. And you can tell I've been going all day because I grabbed this to put on top. I digress. Scallion pancake, a little rice, kimchi, my dumpling, which has stuck to the paper towel. That's okay. These things happen. So it kind of exposed the deliciousness of my little dumpling. I didn't plate it for beauty, but My beautiful scallion pancake. Everything actually is delicious. I am proud of myself. I'm proud of this meal. This is a part of the dumpling. And it's nice. And I am a fancy lady. Listen. Hi, peso. So, I typically would plate it in a more beautiful fashion. However, there's nothing, this is just real food at this point. So, scallion pancake, nice and golden with a little bit of kimchi. It's very good. My dumpling or whatever, it's Hope's thing. I'll call it Hope's rice paper wrap. It's nice and crispy. I am proud of myself. This is delicious. This is better than delicious. This is a perfect completion to the day. And I made it myself with the exception of the kimchi. It is good. The dumplings, they're good. I'm going to make more smaller because then they'll actually be kind of like pot stickers. But the flavor is there. I'll add a little fresh chili. Good. And tell me, or let's cook together soon, Lydia. I'm glad I inspired you because I'm going to go too. I'm going to go and eat this. This has been amazing. I hope you've learned something because my name is Hope. So you got to learn. And just try something new. Rice paper, it's very simple. Lydia, thank you for joining me. All caps, Angel, Candace, everyone who's in this live. I cook, I speak. I am now a TED speaker. I'll be doing my TED Talk in October. And I'm on here daily. If you miss me on here, you can find me on my YouTube channel at Hope is Speaking. I upload all of my lives onto my YouTube channel, which is Hope is Speaking. So I hope I encourage you to try something new, and I seek to encourage you to try more in your life because that's what life is for. I love you all. Be the reflection of love that you are because we all come from an infinite source of love. Show up. Make it look good when you show up. And eat something good. Like, just try something new. I've given you plenty of inspiration. Until tomorrow, thank you, Skylight Sundance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out. I'm going to eat. Bye.